In this video, I'll show you how to add automatic movement to your objects. So far, we just draw an ellipse that is stationary at 400, 400, because the first two numbers are the xy coordinates of the ellipse's center. And its size is width 60 and height 60. So if we want to make the ellipse move, we need to change these two numbers. We need to change the xy coordinate where it's centered. So the only way these numbers are going to change is if we make them into variables. So I'm going to name them in a ridiculous way to make a point. So I'm going to name my variables Bob and Sally. They're in red because we haven't actually created them yet. So you always create variables up here at the top. Because they're coordinates, I'm going to make them integers. So Bob and Sally. And then we're going to give those coordinates their starting values here inside setup. So I'm going to start Bob at 400 and Sally at 400. Okay, so why did I name them in a silly way? I wanted to make a point that you can't tell by the name Bob what it's supposed to mean. Like, why is Bob 400? Is that Bob's age? Like, what's going on? The point is that the name of the variable doesn't tell you what the number means. It's how you use the variable. So right now I'm putting Bob in the location where I'm telling the ellipse what its x-coordinate should be. Like if I have 30 here, I know the ellipse is going to draw at an x-coordinate of 30. If I have 50, it's going to draw at an x-coordinate of 50. So if I write Bob here, whatever number is inside the Bob variable is going to get used as the x-coordinate. If I did it the other way around, where I wrote Sally, comma Bob, now I know that whatever number is inside Bob is going to get used as the y-coordinate where my ellipse draws. Okay, so it's very confusing if you name your variables things like Bob and Sally, so I recommend you actually name them more sensible things like x and y. Because if you name your variable for the meaning it's supposed to have, it makes your code easier to read. But the reason I wanted to show you about Bob and Sally is to emphasize that what makes the number 400 an x-coordinate is not that the variable is named x, it's about where you use the variable. How, like what that number, how you use that number to tell the code to do something. Okay, so far, I haven't actually changed anything. Instead of 400, 400, I've made two variables. But the numbers aren't changing at all. X and Y are still just always 400. So if I want to add movement, I've got to actually change the numbers in the variables. So what happens if I say x equals x plus 1? Remember that draw is running in a continuous loop about 30 times a second. So what's going to happen is I'm going to draw an ellipse at 400, 400, but then I'm going to add 1 to x. So now it's 401. And then a split second later, when I come through draw again, now x is different. Now it's 401. And so the circle will appear to have moved right. So this is what it looks like. If I want it to move faster, all I have to do is add more pixels. So here I'm saying add 3 pixels to the x-coordinate every single time draw runs. And you'll see that it runs even faster. You might notice that I'm leaving a trail of all of the old drawings behind me. So here I'm jumping by 8 pixels every frame, and you see the old trail. So if you don't want to see the old trail, what you can do is run the background command up at the very top, and you can paint it with a color. I'm going to paint it with white. And that means that you paint over all of the old drawings. So you paint it fresh with every new frame. And so now it just looks like the circle is moving. Let's color the circle because I think it's nicer to have a colored circle. I like green. And let's slow it down again so we can see it better. All right, so now we've got a moving green circle. Take a guess right now. How do you think I would move it left instead of right? Go ahead and try it on your own computer. If you guessed that you need to subtract from the x-coordinate, that was a correct guess. So now it's moving left instead of right. What would happen if we wanted to move the circle up instead of left or right? What do you think we would have to change, and how would we change it to move the circle up? Remember what the coordinate system looks like. It's a little counterintuitive. 0, 0 is at the upper left. So if I want to move the circle up, look what's happening to the y-coordinates. Moving the circle up actually means making smaller y-coordinates, because as my y coordinates get smaller and smaller, that means they're getting closer and closer to 0, which is the coordinate at the top. So let's say y equals y minus 2, and that should move the circle up. And there you see that it does. If I wanted to move the circle down, I could add to the y coordinate. And you'll see it moving down. And you can do more than one at a time. So I can move the circle to the right and down at the same time, which would look like this. Come back next time to see how to reset the position.